Hello, everyone. Welcome to the PC 2007 Gamma Delta inaugural podcast with me, your commissioner, Redfire, Jake Halverson, and my two-time champion co-host, Clark Bernal.
Hello, everyone. Hello. So the idea here is we're going to throw out a podcast every week. We're going to go over last week's what happened in last week and go over what we think is going to happen in the upcoming week. Talk a little trades and just a couple bullshit comments. Maybe have a guest on every week. We'll see how that goes. So let's go
Boom.
through the draft, Jake.
Let's get into it. We're going to start fellow participant in this league. Blackwell gave me his login to his fancy updated Fantasy Pros, and we're going to give a draft breakdown for each team. And we're going to start with from worst to first via the Fantasy Pros draft analyzer. At number 12, we have yearly donation, which is you got the native, and you got Mr. Eric Dotson. I fly back early, and I expect Clark to take my bags. So let's get into his team. He's projected standings has yearly donation finishing at 6 and 8, 34% chance of making the playoffs, 4% chance at winning the championship. 4% is probably better than he's had in the past. Do you agree?
Yeah. I mean, Jake,
All
I
right.
think you're talking about the wrong person.
No, I'm talking about projected stand. Go to power rankings. Everybody's gonna hear this.
When did they
Look at
change their
12.
name? I didn't know they changed their name.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, they
news to
changed
me.
their
Yearly
thing.
donation. I thought that was
Yeah.
Tyler since he's never won a cent.
No, Tyler's open parentheses.
Oh, he's the
Oh,
butthole.
close
Okay.
parentheses.
All right,
He's
continue on.
he's a leather donut. Okay. Now let's get in here and let's look at their players. Let's go to see how many top 30 guys these guys got. We're gonna go over here to yearly donation. We got quarterback Joe Burrow. He's hurt, looking for a new contract.
Yeah, but
Who knows how it's gonna be?
top 30 is only in blue. I mean, they got two guys, that's it. And Saquon Barkley's he's usually just run to the ground by week 6.
Yeah, he's gonna be done. The Giants suck. I mean, they paid the quarterback all their money. They're gonna have to throw the ball. Then you got Stephon Diggs. He's gonna be triple covered the whole season.
All
He's
right,
probably
who's
gonna be pretty
next?
good. We're gonna go over here. Hey, let's look at Calvin Ridley. He paid like $40 for Calvin Ridley. Clark, what do you think about that? You think he's stretching his dollars a little thin there?
Yeah. Jake, timeout. You're already 2 minutes in and you've barely gone through the first guy.
We've already been 2 minutes.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Okay. All right, we're on to the next team right here. We got the leather donut, Mr. Tyler Adamson. He's coming in at number 11. Let's look his projected standings for the year. He's projected a 6 and 8 record, 35% chance of making the playoffs, a
So
6%. He's
champion.
got 6% at the
Pretty
championship.
low. And I don't do these account for the two players that he's already lost for the season before we even
No, I'm pretty sure this is just based on the draft. We're just looking at projections after the draft. This isn't taking into account that his top three players are all injured already.
Well, at least he's got Aggie football to look forward to next year or this
Well,
year.
I mean, is that something to look forward to?
I don't know. So who are top 20 guys?
All right, here we go. He's got three guys in the top 20. He's got Cooper Kupp, Jalen
Mm.
Waddle, and Travis Kelce. Again, all guys that are hurt.
Well, Waddle's going to play, but Cup and Kelsey are out
Yeah, Kupp's
potentially
going
for
on
this
it.
season.
Yeah, Kupp's going on IR. He's done. This
Mm.
team's throw him in the trash can. Put a fork in him. They're done. Thanks for the $200, Tyler. We're on to the next.
So who do we have next? Uh,
Hero Pharaoh Pirates.
the
Mr.
draft was a little rough. It got away from me, I must admit.
I will say you were sitting at our table, and I'm pretty sure our table could have taken the living room in a street fight. Right,
Easy.
Eric? Right,
Without
Eric?
Bachman had to leave.
Yeah, Bachman would have to excuse himself. All right. He's projected also at 6 and 8 on the season, a 29% of making the playoffs and a 2% at the championship.
There's
I
no
mean,
way I go last.
even if you go last, you just can't be Redo. You just got to win one game.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's
don't
not
think
looking good, Clark. Clark, but I will tell you this: the last time you won the championship, you drafted three kickers.
that's true.
So, all right, let's look at who your elite players are right here. We're
Turns out I
looking at
have zero.
Zero top 20 players. None.
Hmm.
I mean, who do you even have? Alvin Kamara. You have him in your starting lineup. You know he's suspended for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I got things to move around, but Jalen Hurts is my guy, so he's going to take me to the promised land.
Do you now know who Adam Thielen plays for? Did you figure that out?
Yeah, he's now Carolina. Big
Oh,
problem.
nice.
All right,
Well,
what else
Clark,
do we
I
have?
wish you luck, but we're gonna move on. We got coming in at number 9, Falcon Punch. Now, this guy's made a lot of moves, so his projection could change if we're looking at his current roster versus his drafted roster. But this guy took every Falcon imaginable. He was on an all-time bender this weekend or
Yeah,
draft weekend.
yeah, had the tequila shots rolling during the draft. Honestly, I think he's going to do pretty well because he doesn't have Kyle holding him back. So the pickups are going to be outstanding, I believe.
Wow, you think Kyle was holding Bogman back?
Bachman plays a little, he's a little wild, so I think it could work.
All right, well, we're looking right here. You have Falcon Punch projected 6-8, 44% chance of making the playoffs, 5% at the championship. I would say something, Clark, that I'm going to point out real quick before we get further on. The parity in our league is still unbelievable. Even projection right here, second place is projected at 7-7.
Oh yeah,
12th place is projected at 6-8. I mean, it's tight.
you don't get that in a snake draft, that's for sure.
That's right. You don't get that in the snake draft. Now, if we look at top 30 players, top 20 players, he's got 3 top 20 guys, and none of them are hurt. So
Yeah,
we're looking
Tyreek
at,
Hill, I love that. I think the King though might be giving up the crown. He might be too old.
I mean, I just think he's going to get the ball. He's going to get the ball a lot.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, he's got Tyreek Hill. Jalen Waddle's out. Tyreek Hill's going to have a huge year. A.J. Brown, he's a red zone machine.
Philly looks
Don't
good.
don't you have Jalen Hurts, you said?
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh,
it'll be interesting.
it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to watch. Okay, let's get back over here to the next up in our power rankings via Fantasy Pros via Jonathan Blackwell. We have Good Not Great coming in at number 8. His projected standings right here, Good Not Great. He's actually projected 7-7. He's got a 53% chance of making the playoffs, 8% at the championship. This guy's won it twice in the last 3 years.
I mean,
I
perfect
mean,
name. Perfect name. He's always in the middle. He's always good, not great.
can we call him Good Not Great though? He's won twice.
Yeah, only a couple people have. So
I mean, I think maybe he should change his name, and I'll take the name Good Not Great.
maybe this is your year, Jake. Who's he got?
Oh, one guy in the top 20, Austin
Yeah, and
Eckler.
you never know what that guy's gonna do because the bolts they're hit and miss sometimes.
Well, I will say this shows current rosters, not just the roster after the draft. So it does take into account those changes because, I swindled Mr. Good Not Great for about $8, taking Josh Jacobs off his hands, giving myself another top 20 player. But, I'm sure Casey will figure this out. He's in like 8 leagues.
Eight
Uh,
leagues, brand new baby. We'll see how that goes.
it's not going to bode well for him. All right, we're going to move back over here to the power rankings post draft, the
Rudy,
draft house. Relentless Rudy, aka this.
champions,
Hey, they are the
defending.
champs.
All right,
And I got to.
where are they gonna end up this year?
Okay, we're going to go over here to project the standings for Mr. Relentless Rudy's. And they're projected 7-7, 44% chance of making the playoffs, 5% chance of the championship. I do like this team. I set Sunday because I didn't fly back until like 9 p.m. Me and Blackwell went through his lineup, and I gotta say it's not bad.
Oh, shocking. They thought their lineup was good.
Yeah, but again, I can't talk too much shit. They've won twice.
And Bijan, we got to figure out if he's gonna be good or not.
And besides Bijan, he was real high on TJ Hawkinson. Acted like TJ Hawkinson was going to finish tied at number 1 this year. Very pumped about him.
I just think
You know,
I think this team is built with guys who once they win, they're gonna take the next year off, maybe celebrate a little bit too much. That's what I think is gonna happen.
you know, I think you're right on the money there because after the fifth Jameson shot Andy tried to give me and said, "This pleases me." I feel like this is Andy's year off. He's just gonna rest on his, how do you say it, Clark? Rest on your what?
Your winnings? I don't know what you're trying to.
Rest on your loyals, I think. Clark, you gotta
Loyal?
be, yeah. Clark,
No idea what you're trying to say.
dead air is awful. Maybe you should edit this out.
I don't
All
know
right.
what you're trying to say. All right, continue on.
Next, we're gonna go up. We're in the sixth spot of the power rankings.
I know. We gotta go,
And
man.
okay, I'm gonna do the clicking for the next six, and Clark's gonna walk you through. Okay, Clark, you got Gubba at number
Jabba
six.
right in the middle. That's about right. Blew their load early. I remember that. But they're showing up at second. I think if they could just not touch their roster, they might do well. But you know how Guy is. He gets too antsy. He's gonna have to do something. So he'll have a trade by week 2 that'll kind of fuck him over, and Brett will be out by week 5 because he just doesn't care anymore. So I think they'll make the playoffs, but that's about it.
Yeah, I think you're right on the money because when I was talking to Brett just yesterday, he was like, "Our whole draft strategy, Grant just keeps preaching in my ear. Let's get our three workhorses, and we just got to make the playoffs." Grant doesn't even care about winning; he just cares about making the playoffs. I think he's scared to get people beard. That's what I think it really is.
Could be. I mean, we've got an okay team. We'll see how it goes. I don't think Tony's going to be the best back.
What about Christian McCaffrey? You think he's gonna finish
Yeah,
running back one?
he's pretty solid. He'll be good. All right, who else do we got?
All right, we're going back, and we're back to power rankings. Next up, we have touchdown in my pants.
Nick always comes with a solid plan to the draft week. And then he tries to rape everybody through the season. So let's see where he shows up. Ooh, I think they'll finish better than that. Wallace seems to be really into it this year, I felt like. So I think he's going to crunch some numbers and get him to the playoffs.
I mean, has Wallace even been? He's been to one draft where he wasn't beer bitch. He's been to three drafts, one where he wasn't beer bitch.
Yeah,
I mean,
Broken Bow was the
he's
last
got to
time.
be. You got to be itching at it. All right, let's find him right here. Nick Chubb in the
Love
Mons
Chubb.
St.
Love
Brown.
some Chubb.
I mean, I think they got wide receiver number one, Clark. I'm calling it right now. That's my call. I'm on St. Brown, wide receiver number one, end of this year.
Could be, man. Everyone likes the Lions this year. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow.
Next up, we got Mr. Max Schoaf, Mr. I dunk drones, Max Schoaf.
He did kill a drone, but I think it was warranted because you fucked him again. I think this is 3 years in a row that you've screwed him during the draft. So I feel bad for the guy. He's going to finish fifth. He'll be in the playoffs. I think he's a solid player. He'll be in the playoffs again.
Do you see that 11% championship? You know, he's a champion as well.
He's a
Oh,
two-time, I believe, right?
I think this is the first guy we've talking about. No, we've talking about it. Talking about a couple others that have had double-digit percentage of championship contention. But let's look at his elite players real quick. He's got two coming in at Chase and
Yeah.
Adams.
Jamar
I just don't
Chase.
think Devontae Adams is not. He's not it. He's old. He's playing with a bad quarterback.
Las Vegas is going to have to try and figure it out with the new quarterback. But I like Cincy. Yeah, we'll see how if Burrow can get into the lineup. I don't. Is he playing week 1? I don't even know.
He is playing week 1, but my favorite guy, I'll just call this out, not a top 20 guy on the projections, but Rashad White, love him. Top 15 back this year, guaranteed.
All right. Ooh, Fletch got a 3 spot.
No, right here.
Wow, Jake, you really think
Me.
you were scared to draft anyone? I'm surprised you got to the 3rd spot.
What are you talking about? Look at this. This shows you my running backs, my flex compared to the league. I need to work on my tight end position, but I'm ready to rock, Clark. I'm trying to get, I feel like a second place again.
Where do you think? Okay, 4th. Jake, I think you can get there. You have trouble finishing.
Yeah,
That's your trouble.
I can't disagree with you. Pop over to my team. I got two guys in the top 20
Josh
projection.
Jacobs, okay. I think Joe Mixon will be pretty good this year. I mean, he's kind
I
of
do
older
too.
too. I think Justin Fields is not going to repeat. So,
I think he's going to improve on that. But you know what, Clark? Worst case scenario, Justin Fields fades away. Guess who I got on the bench? Deshaun Watson.
we'll see. Maybe he's got a full season. Maybe he comes back to what he was like in Houston.
I can see it happening. I can see it happening. All right, let's go to the second place power ranking post draft, Mr.
Wow,
Jason Fletcher.
impressive for the guy who hates the draft we do, the auction draft. He did pretty well.
Voted no for the 10-point deduction if you
I
don't
as
send your
well. I
Chuck.
voted no as well, just because I just don't think you're ever going to do anything with it. You have
I
new
think
rules.
when I remove 10 points, you test me. You know what, Clark? Test me one time and
All
we'll see.
right, we'll see. We'll see. That I mean, removing 10 points with this type of league, I mean, that's an automatic loss, basically.
Oh, unless you're playing somebody that has their three best players out, aka tough.
So Jason's got a chance to go three-peat, first three-peat, right?
Three-peat,
Well, not three-peat, but three-time champ.
three-time champion. Yeah. I mean, you yourself also have that chance this year, but he
Yeah, no, I mean
has a better chance.
he's got some
Yes.
better odds. All right,
16% chance of winning the championship. I mean,
we'll see how he does.
that's high. That's high. All
We'll
right, let's look
see.
at his elite players real quick. Um, find him. Where's he at, Clark? Where's he at? Oh, over here on the right. He's got one top 20 guy.
CeeDee Lamb
One.
can't catch the ball, so that's going to be a problem for him.
Do you think it's because Dak throws a funny spiral? Like his
No, because
spiral's a little
CD's
off.
always trying to catch with one hand. Just catch with two hands.
Man, I don't know. Okay,
Guarantee CD has like one drop a game that's important.
topping off our list at number one, his first year solo, Mr. Kyle French. Get Frenched.
Think he cheated a little bit by staying home. He was focused. He wasn't taking tequila shots from his ex teammate about every, I don't know, what was that, every 2 rounds.
I
So
would say every four picks. I felt like we were picking four guys and
yeah,
Bogdan
so
was back.
I think he got lucky there, not being there.
He's the
And
only team that's projected at 8-6. That's
we'll
pretty
see
good.
how it goes. I think Kyle just he listens to too many podcasts, unlike ours that have actual fantasy football information. I think he just overthinks it, and he'll put in players that are supposed to be like a breakout that week, and it'll be duds. So I think he's gonna come back to earth.
Oh, so I think he makes the playoffs, though. I think that's a safe
Yeah, he'll
bet.
make the
Let's look
playoffs.
at some of those elite guys for Mr. Get Frenched.
I
He's
mean,
got
he's got
one,
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. But this is one thing I'll show you that I was researching earlier on Kyle's team. When you go to players in the top 50, this guy's got everyone. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in the top 50.
He's gonna have to pick up a kicker though.
The only other team with 6 players in the top 50, me. That's right, Clark. Me. My year. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think he can win it, but we'll see.
Hey, okay. Before we wrap this up, I want to show you one thing. We're gonna look at matchups real quick, and we're just gonna walk through them real quick. I want you to give your pick, and I'm gonna give my pick for each matchup, and I'll keep the record on the season, and we'll see who comes out on top.
Okay. Okay. So there's just week
Okay,
one, right?
so we're just gonna go week one. We're gonna look at your matchup first.
I think I'm gonna win. I think I'll get lucky here. Jalen Hurts will go off.
Mm, see, I think Jamal Williams, New Orleans, he's the only back they have. He's gonna go off. I think you lose here. I'm gonna go Falcon Punch.
Okay. Split there. Next guy.
Next team, my matchup. I couldn't have an easy matchup week one. This is gonna drill me in the face. Me versus Mr. Fletcher. He's showing 51% favorite. Of course, I'm gonna pick myself. Clark, who's your pick?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Fletch. I think that's just how you have to start. You got to start 0-1. That's just the way you're gonna start every season, I believe.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Okay, next we're gonna look at old Nuta. We're gonna look at Nuta's team. We got the
Ooh,
battle
versus
of
Gubba.
the duo owners right here. All
Mm-hmm.
four of them.
Man,
Hmm.
this is kind of a toss-up. I will say I don't like Jared Goff in this situation, but
What? I think
everyone is picking Detroit to play well here. So this season. So I don't know. Maybe that's the difference if Detroit comes out firing on Thursday. They got
dude,
it. They got the handcuff there.
I think Detroit comes out firing. I think Gibbs has a big game, and Gubba thinks they're on top of the world, and Brock Purdy's going to come out and lay some absolute turds this year. He's going to be awful.
All right, so we're both on Nick there. I got you.
We're both on Nick there. I'll have to. Hey, who's our third person that's going to keep all of our stats that we just bullshit say through the podcast? Who's going to keep track of this? Me?
I'll throw an Excel sheet together.
All right, all
All
right.
right,
This is
so we
kind of like
got
your yearly pick'em
good,
spreadsheet.
good, not great, and the new joined team here.
We got the native and Eric versus good not great. We got a Manhattan High shitty Chinese food matchup right here.
Yeah, I got to go
I'm
KC here.
Casey as well. I
Yeah.
can't. I mean, I don't think Eric's gonna win. I don't think Eric and Colton are gonna win 5 games.
Well, they got to take some, they got to do some shotguns, or else, like you said, the fantasy gods are gonna hate.
God, I love it. It's gonna make me so happy to take 10 points away from Colton if he doesn't chug that beer. It's just gonna make
We'll
me so
see.
happy.
I doubt that happens, but let's get
Oh,
to
we got 4 for 4 his matchup versus Relentless Rudy. Wow. Max
couple
having such a
two-time champions here.
Max won it twice. Yeah, Max won it
Yeah.
twice. I think Max has the advantage because he's coming off this high of just taking out unidentified objects out of the air. He's never gotten more than 10 inches off the ground in his life, and I swear to God, he jumped 2 feet out of the water in the hot tub. So I'm going Max, even though he's the big underdog right now. I'm going Max. Who you going?
I'm gonna have to go with Blackwell and Andy here.
They're taking the year off. Yeah, they'll probably
I
forget
know,
to
but
set their
I
lineup.
think they'll just come out and take game one here.
All right, I think we got one more matchup, and that is
That's
Kyle. That's Kyle versus the leather donut.
oh no. God, look at all those green check marks on the left.
I mean, look at this 72% to 27%.
So
I mean, Kyle,
does it already pull out? Did he change the players that were hurt, or
yeah, he moved him to his bench. He must have moved him, or they must optimize the lineup. I don't know. This is
we have to
Blackwell's.
upgrade? We're running out of time here, Jake, so we've got to wrap it up.
All right, this is the so I'm going French. Who are you going?
I mean, you got to take French. He's what is he? He's 18-point dot or favorite here.
18. Yeah, I'm going French. Clark, this is gonna wrap it up for our first podcast, and this is a dry run. So anybody hating out there,
Yeah, this
know
was
that
straight raw dog. It's been a crazy week. Next week's a little crazy too, but we are going to get them out
hey,
every
and I
week.
appreciate everybody coming out to the draft this year. Big shout out to Blackwell for planning that. We had a great time.
Yeah, I thought Galveston was fun. I'm excited to see where we go next year.
Hey, and Max, just so you know, my drone still works, and it's ready next time. It's ready for you. All
Well,
right, Clark, that's gonna
everybody,
be. Go ahead,
happy
you
week
sign us
one, right?
off. Sign us off, Clark. Give us a big sign off.
We got to work on our sign off, but I would say happy week one.